If you're feeling a little flat, low vibe, and want to learn 4 ways to shift your mindset into abundance and start operating from this higher self place, then this video is for you. Hey beautiful, welcome back to my channel. My name is Sarah and I'm a money mindset and self-mastery mentor and wellness junkie. I'm also the host of the For the Love of Thriving podcast that you can check out in the description below for some more episodes based around money mindset, self-mastery, and wellness. If you love this video, remember to give it some love with a thumbs up and subscribe for your weekly dose of Thrive. Also, be sure to leave a comment down below with any questions or takeaways from this video, and be sure to download my free Intune Rituals workbook so that you can start aligning yourself with the version of yourself that you are seeking to become. But for now, let's get straight into this video. If you're new to the spiritual world or the woo-woo side of the life that we're living here on earth, then you may have heard of the term abundance. It's used among high performers, leaders around the world, entrepreneurs, and people who are just overall very high vibe and self-responsible individuals. And while I do have a similar video based on abundance, which you can check out in the description below or the card above if you haven't seen that one yet, this is more of a continuation video because the more research and experimentation I do, I want to be able to share that with you as well. Now, abundance is really confirming that there is more than enough to go around for everyone. This could be in terms of money, material things, time, energy. And since I cover topics about money, I'm going to be speaking more from the money perspective, but you can take it and apply it to any kind of abundance that you wish. But just know it's a conscious choice to put yourself in the state of mind that there is more than enough and more than enough for all. And often there is a misconception that in order for someone to have something they deeply desire, another person has to go without, suffer, lose, or be in lack, which is honestly far from the truth. Just look at the world around you. Like, look at the leaves on a tree. How many leaves are there? There is an abundance of leaves. Look at the actual number of trees. How many trees are there? There's an abundance. And how many grains of sand are there on the shore and in the ocean? There is an abundance. And how much money is there to be made? You guessed it. There's an abundance. As humans though, we've been so programmed to believe that wanting more in our lives is a sign of neediness, greed, being better than someone, or selfish. Therefore, we often unknowingly sabotage ourselves and retract from the deepest desires of our hearts. Yet this is the complete opposite reason for our existence, and nature and Mother Earth has already proven us wrong. And you might believe that suffering is a normal part of life when the key is really to live as if there's heaven on earth. And this is possible for you, for me, for all of us. And there are so many people I personally know who are living in abundance so big that it also makes me have to dig even deeper to unveil my own bigger dreams, goals, and desires. You might say, well, that's great because all I've been getting is bills, without realizing that the reality is your life is simply a direct reflection of your repetitive thoughts, behaviors, and patterns. So what do? In simple terms, you have to change the script and get into action. It sounds easy in theory, but I'm going to give you some tangible tips and tools of things that you can do to feel like $1,000,000 so that you can start operating from a state of abundance every single day. These are things that I still use and play around with frequently as well. When you are intentionally putting yourself in a world and state of abundance, you open yourself up to all the possibilities far beyond your imagination, and you set yourself up for opportunities for more money and manifestations to be made. Quite simply, when you change your focus, you change your life. Before I give you some tangible tips, I do want to mention a book that I absolutely love and recommend called Dollars Flow to Me Easily by Richard Dotz, which I've linked in my resources page on my website, and it's also linked below. And there is this profound quote by him that states, when you realize that you can connect with the essence of true abundance in any moment, then not only will the dollars not matter to you, they'll also flow to you in large amounts. And that is the whole irony of it all. When you finally give up the need for something, what you were so needful for previously starts flowing to you in huge quantities. But you would no longer react to it in the same way with lust. You would react to this newfound reality in your life with grace and poise. It's a short read and definitely worth it, so get yourself a copy through my resources page linked below. My first tangible tip is to act as if. In order to get to where you want to be in terms of living the particular lifestyle, having all the things, feeling abundant, and having the freedom, you need to become that version of yourself before any kind of stars align or miracles manifest. And sure, you can wait for a miracle, but you'll be waiting a really long time, way longer than as if you were just to take the action to feel rich, abundant, and like a badass right now. It's easy to feel into abundance when it's being presented to you in a way that feels nice or that you can experience. And it puts you on an entirely different energetic level. As you begin to tap into this feeling of abundance, more can't help but flow into your life. So ask yourself the following questions in order to start acting as if you have already become the next level version of yourself. How and where would you shop? How can you live that life now, today, so you can step into what you want? What can I do every day to achieve this feeling? This can be done really simply and even free. You can drive or walk down one of the fanciest streets in your neighborhood and just breathe in the vibe and the abundance. You can allocate yourself $100 to take yourself out on a date to maybe like the best bar or fancy hotel, get yourself a nice meal and cocktail. You can go to the better grocery store in your area that has the organic foods, and even if you can't buy them, just go for the browse and breathe in the energy. You can go to the open houses, in the homes, in the hills. You can visualize money in your bank account. You can test drive that car. There are so many fun ways to fulfill this acting as if concept. And just note on this one that I'm not encouraging you to go broke to be the person that you want to become, but do the thing or a thing to get you into that feeling. It doesn't need to cost anything either. My second tip is to tap into the attitude of gratitude, because gratitude is the highest vibrational frequency that you can operate from. When you express true gratitude for your current life, the universe is able to align you with similar energies to keep you in that frequency. So what are you grateful for today? Like, what are you truly grateful for? This exercise works best when you start with the simplest of things, such as the nice conversation you had with the barista today, or the amazing sleep that you got last night, or the way that the sun shines into your room this morning. Like, you can take this even a step further by being grateful for the things that you normally would dread, such as paying your bills or your taxes. And rather than loathing the process, you can express gratitude for having the funds to be able to do your part, and that you can afford to create comfort in your life from the bills that you pay for your phone or hot water. My third tip is donating and being a giver. One of the keys to manifesting more money and abundance in your life is by giving some of it away without any emotional attachment. So often when it comes to giving, you might think, I need to be able to donate thousands of dollars to a cause or charity because $10 won't do much. And typically you would want to get to a point where you can donate 5 to 10% of your annual earnings. But if this isn't possible for you right now, just start with a small amount. The amount doesn't really matter. What matters is the energy and the intention behind the giving. And you can practice this by tipping generously or donating to a cause you believe in. The whole idea is to feel good when you give this money away, knowing that you know there is more where that came from and that the money will return tenfold for your generosity. Most wealthy people have this one down pretty well because they have a really strong relationship with their money. They don't bat an eye because they always know for as long as they are alive, there is more where that came from. My fourth tip is to surround yourself with those who have a stronger abundance mindset than you. Not only is your environment made up of pretty and inspiring places like I mentioned in the first tip through acting as if, the people around you also matter. So assess the people you spend the most time around. What do they talk about? How do they think and perceive abundance? Are they abundant, or do they talk about how the world is out to get them and not in their favor? While I'm not saying to cut these kinds of people from your life, because that is a personal choice, you get to be aware of whether or not this kind of environment you will personally thrive in and continue to feel most abundant in. And most often in these environments, misery does love company. And if one person is complaining or finding life hard, you too will suddenly find yourself falling into the spiral and complaining about something. I normally do an annual assessment of the people in my life and whether they have been a valuable part of my life, like have they been energizing me, or do they drain me most of the time? Do they talk more positively than negatively? Do they add some kind of value as I do for them? And if not, they get the cut. So there is more room for those who do. It's a little savage, but still. As I close out this video, just remember, abundance is a choice. It's a way of life, and it's all about shifting the mind into this state that you can tap into at any given moment. Your life gets to be abundant, and it gets to be easy if you decide it gets to be. Your abundance begins and ends with your mind, and when you simply make the decision to tap into that energy of abundance, then you, my love, are completely empowered to create the life that you desire. If you found this video insightful, useful, or inspirational, let me know in the comments. When you subscribe to my channel, I'll be adding more videos based on tools and techniques on reprogramming your subconscious mind, money mindset, money blocks, and so much more. So definitely subscribe if you don't want to miss that. And as a bonus, be sure to download my free Intune Rituals workbook so that you can start aligning yourself with the version of yourself that you are seeking to become. Because what gets tracked gets improved. I'll leave that bonus for you in the description below. Thank you so much for watching, and until next time, keep on thriving and take care of yourself.